So I have been doing lots of running. I've been running 3, 4, 5 times a week. Sometimes. I found a program that does like marathon training.
Nice.
So I'm following this training routine that I found online. It's like marathon training for beginners, and it's a 16-week program. But I was already doing running, so I didn't start on week one. So what a noise! Cell phone, how dare you? Supposed to be on silent.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. So I didn't start on week one because week one was less running than I was already doing. Um, less. So I found pretty much like, what am I running currently? How many miles or how many minutes do I run currently, and where does that fall in line? So I found that I was on like week four basically. So I
Mm-hmm.
just started on week four, and it starts off with 3 days of running a week, 4 days of running a week, and it'll be like it has rest days in between,
Mm-hmm.
and each week you do a long run or two. So it starts off with like, okay, do this for an hour. Then the next week could be like, all right, 75 minutes. Sometimes it'll say walk run combo. So it's like, here's this time frame and do whatever you can do for that 2 hours or 1 hour or 90 minutes or whatever. They call it a ramble. So to say
Mm-hmm.
like 1 hour ramble, which means like walk run combo, whatever you can do, you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it even says like, people, life happens, people get sick, shit happens. Don't be mad if you miss a training session or two. As long as you don't miss like 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be good.
Okay.
Which I totally disagree with, but that's another conversation. I just don't know, like, if you doing the long runs, right, and you miss 2 weeks, how the hell are you gonna do that next long run 3 weeks later? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it went from 5 miles, 7 miles, 10 miles, just example, and you missed 5 and 7, son, you're not going from running 4 miles to 10 miles. Like, when you come back 2, 3 weeks later, and it's like, okay, this week you're gonna run 10 miles, you're gonna die. Like, I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating, but you're
But
gonna
yeah, you
be
guys
tired
got
as fuck. It's gonna be super challenging.
yeah, you gotta catch
Um,
up.
anyway, yeah, I would just go back to the week I was at, but whatever. So I've been doing it. I'm wrapping up week 8, so I've basically been doing this a month, um or a month and a week, something like that. And so that's what I've been doing. It's now at running 5 days a week, so it's increased, and so has the amount of each run. So it starts out with like 10 minutes each run, and then the longer one, now it's at 35 minutes for each run. And then now it's 2 long runs a week. So, for example, this week it was like 35 minutes, 1 hour, 35, 30, and then either a 2 hour walk run combo or 13 miles. So that was this week's schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at the end of that. I sometimes switch the long runs because it kind of has you build up. So the long
Yeah.
run is the last day of the week. It's a Monday to Sunday. So it's like every Sunday is your long run. But I switch up my long run based on life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course.
if I have my daughter or if I have shit to do, then I'll
Yeah.
switch it around. So yeah, so I actually did the 2 hour thing today, which we'll get to in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what you said I can connect with. So I something you don't agree with, and you've told me before. I usually don't drink water when I run.
Mm.
I'm like, 30, 40 minutes. I've been drinking water throughout the day, whatever. Uh, and that's been becoming more challenging because the runs are getting longer, right? So, um, yeah, and then I'm seeing also, again, I've said a lot here, I'm not the calorie counting guy, but my tracker is telling me like how much I'm burning. And some of these runs I'm burning 1,000 calories and up. And so
Easy.
as soon as I'm done running, my body's like, "Hey, what's up? You want to give me a little something? You got a snack back there?" You got a
Right.
little Debbie's or something, nigga,
Yeah.
anything.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this is some different stuff. Because a couple times I've been done with my eating for the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I did all my eating. I did what I got to do before I go to work tonight. Let me just hit this 1 hour jog or whatever. And then when I get
Mm-hmm.
off the treadmill, you know, I'm on the train going to work, and my stomach is like, roar. You know what I'm
Yeah, of
saying? I'm like,
course.
yo,
Of
who's
course.
roaring like
Yeah.
that? You mean
Yeah.
Simba and Nala on the train right now? It's like, no, nigga, that's you. That's you. And so I'm like, okay, let me try to find some kind of snack or something.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I've been keeping, because sometimes I run before work. What I've been doing is I keep like this trail mix at work.
Thanks. There you
You've
go.
seen it
Yeah.
before, but yeah, the trail
Yeah.
mix I eat, I just put one at the job. I was like, instead of ordering Uber Eats and getting fucking pizza and Taco Bell, because that's like the only shit open at midnight when I'm working.
Right.
I'm like, let me have this trail mix, or at least there's like fruit stands in the area. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, let me cop an apple or something
Right.
on the way to the job. So that's what I've been trying to do. One of the other things I've learned is like, I need to really think about what I'm putting in my body.
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as food, because I had like pizza one day very recently. It was actually this week and last week it happened, because I eat pizza like once a week,
Okay.
which is terrible. But I just keeping it real. So
Right.
both times I had pizza and later in the day ran, and I felt so shitty. Like,
Of
not that the
course.
run was challenging, but like I was burping all of this tomato sauce, and I felt
Grease.
super gassy. Oh, it
Yeah.
was terrible. And I was like, I might need to fall back completely
Yeah.
from pizza for a minute,
Wilding
because
right now. Right.
this shit is not nice. Like the whole hour I'm running and I'm just like, tomato, okay, mad grease, all right, this feels
Yeah. Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and it
Yeah.
probably don't smell great either. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah,
You learning the hard way.
I am, and so I really need to work on just the type of fuel I'm putting in my body. I mean, I don't really eat a ton of fast food, but as far as like the ordering out, a lot of times I'm not home. So it's like, all right, let me grab some random shit or hit this Uber Eats. Like if a pod, it's like, oh, we're gonna pod. All right, at the end of a pod, the Uber Eats will get here and we'll snack. And I'm like, I may have to start focus more on eating home again, or at least eating better quality foods,
Yep.
because I need the fuel. A couple of the runs have been more challenging because I'm tired before I even run, not because the run itself is the challenge.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I enjoy it. I think the runs are cool at this point. Like the 1 hour run on the treadmill is easy. This week I went to the gym with a friend, and they were on the treadmill, walking on incline, and I was besides them jogging, and I was talking to them pretty much the whole hour. I told this to you already, but I even actually forgot to take my asthma pump. I have something called allergy induced asthma. And so my allergies make it where I pretty much have asthma symptoms. So I've been instructed by doctors for years to take my asthma pump before I do certain activities, which really is just running, because on the elliptical, I'm fine. So when I run, I take the pump, but I forgot. And I was on the treadmill nervous, like, oh shit, I didn't take my pump. What's gonna happen here? Thought I was gonna have to hit that stop button, the emergency joint.
Yeah.
But actually, I was chilling the whole hour. So I was talking with my friend and jogging, and they were like, are you good? I was like, I'm chilling. Like, I could probably do another couple minutes. Like, when we finished, they were like, I can't believe you just ran an hour without even taking your pump. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Shit is pretty fly for a white guy. You know what I'm saying?
For a white guy.
All the girls say I'm pretty fly for a
For a
white
white
guy.
guy. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's been cool. My longest run so far, without stopping, has been 8 miles. So today was my biggest challenge. Today was either a 2 hour walk run combo, or a half marathon, which is 13 miles. And so I'm over ambitious. And this morning I came home from work and was like, all right, 13 miles, baby. You know we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. 13 miles, bitches.
Wild. Completely
And I was
wild.
like, all right, I'm going to do this shit. And so I was like, all right. And I played myself several ways. So let's start. I said already, I have not been drinking water while running. And I said, wow, maybe this time I should take some water. But I decided not to, which was an idiotic decision. I fucked up.
Yep.
So I did not take water. I drink a lot of water at work. So my mentality was, well, I already drank 2 liters of water today. I'll drink some water now. And then I'll drink some water when I come back. I probably won't even need the 2 hours to do the 13 miles because I just ran 8 miles the other day and it only took me like an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to just run. So I drank some water and I left. And I also ran somewhere. So let's go to fucked up decision number 2 now. Instead of going and running like in the park with the like 2-mile loop or some fly shit, or going to the treadmill, you know what I mean? Or going to the treadmill. What did I decide to do? I decide I want to make some cool content. I'm going to run somewhere I've never run before. I'm just going to choose a block and run it for 6.5 miles and then run the 6.5 miles back. Yeah, this is a good plan. No, I didn't do any research. I just fucking ran. And I have to run on this place that had mad fucking hills. Oh my God, son.
You did the Forrest Gump run.
Son, I was dying.
Run.
Mad hills. Like my body was like, son, what are you doing to me? Like,
right.
Why are we going up and down all these hills? And they weren't, let me disclaimer, they weren't fucking huge mountains. But I've been running on a lot of steady surfaces. Like when I run in the park, it's not like I'm running the park itself. I'm running like this loop that they have set for runners and walkers in the park. And besides that, I've pretty much ran on the treadmill. Most of my running has been on the treadmill for safety reasons. A lot of the outdoor running really fucks up your body. So I try to only run outside like once a week. So, yo, son, I thought I was like approaching halfway. And I looked at my watch. Whew, this is crazy. 3 miles? That's it? Son, I was like, all right, this is crazy. I'm going to have to slow way down, which is fine. You know, I mean, I'm cool. I'm not trying to be like the fastest man alive. You know what I'm saying? So I slowed down. I'm doing my thing. And so I was on a major block, but again, I didn't do any research, right? So this is where shit bit me in the ass. What do I see? I see at the end of the next block, I literally can't run anymore. I have to stop. The block is over. There's no more anything.
Yeah.
I'm at like a mall now, and it's like, well, you're either going to run through the mall or turn your ass around. So I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, what am I going to do? Man, all right, cool. And I go up this like small little ramp to start approaching that last block, and I trip uphill and bust my ass. And like the Link, what is it? I think it's Limp Bizkit who had a song that said, rolling, 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 rolling. Come on, rolling, 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 rolling. Son, I am literally rolling on the fucking sidewalk. And man, I was banged up. And so here's my hand. And my knee is also scraped up. So now I'm bleeding. And I'm like, okay, I'm 5 miles from home. And I'm bleeding and hurt. All right, nigga, keep running. You know what I'm saying? So I did like, I did like the kids do. I just got up, I rolled, got up, looked at my hand, made sure my GoPro wasn't broken, and was like, all right, back to running. And so I ran the parking lot and I ran past all the stores that would be great to stop in and get a Band-Aid and a water and all type of fly shit. But I didn't do it because I felt like if I go into Starbucks or Rite Aid or ShopRite or any of these fly ass stores, I'm not gonna run a motherfucking step more. I'm just gonna be like, okay, this is some great Starbucks. I'll find another way to get home. So I didn't do any of that shit. I just kept running, blood running down my fucking arm, and was like, I'm gonna go till I can't go anymore. And so around mile 6.5, I said, all right, let me do a little walking. Cause remember, I had to go back up and down them hills because I had to turn around. So after running the parking lot, and that was funny too, because people in the parking lot looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I'm just like, oh, just doing what I got to do, contemplating life. So around mile 6.5, I walked for a bit. And then I tried to jog some more. And my body was like, hey, listen, man, I don't know how much longer I could do this shit. I just don't. I don't know how much longer I could do this running shit.
Yeah.
So I walked about 30 more minutes and was like, all right, I'm going to run now. And I ran maybe 5 blocks and my body was like, all right, you should stop before I just collapse.
You know what I mean?
It's like, all right, body, I'm sorry. I guess I'll just take this L and walk. So I did it. I'll post the stats on the screen. It ended up being exactly the assignment, 2-mile walk run combo. It was like just under 10 miles and I burned 1,600 calories.
Yeah.
Shit was very real.
Yeah.
And so I learned today, take some water and maybe sleep before you go on a long ass run.
Oh, come on, man.
I had been up for mad long. Like I've been up.
Just got more work, man. You wildin', son. Yeah, so
I played myself. I've been up. Man, I've been up a lot. So
a lot to learn from your story right now. Number one, okay, you're supposed to. You're training for a marathon, right? You're like, yo, Dre, I want to do a marathon. Okay,
right.
So if you're training for a marathon right now, you're just trying to get the endurance up. So let me back up. So the first thing is you never do a long run like that or even any long cardio session if you just had like work. Yep. Going to the gym after work and doing cardio is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then in a controlled environment, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So it's like, all right.
No, but you're right.
The first thing is you just got off of work. Okay, fine. Those are for short things, 20, 30 minutes. You just not get up because your body just had 8 hours. It's very important when you're doing cardio. I need to say this. You have to put fuel in your system. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing it in the morning, have breakfast first. Wait about an hour to digest your food.
Hour or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about an hour or two. That's what I say. Wait about an hour or so. And now your body has the fuel it needs to do the thing it's doing. 2, I don't know what possessed you not to have water. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like you need water. Like you have to stay hydrated when you do, especially if it's hot outside or whatever. But no matter what, your body temperature is going up. Your body is depleting all its water through sweat, and you're not giving it anything. And so now those electrolytes are going completely down.
Son, that's how I felt. It's funny you say that. I felt like a Gatorade commercial when I was done. The end of it, I was like, oh my God, I need something now. Like I felt like a Gatorade commercial straight up.
Yeah. Some Gatorade. They even have these like little electrolyte pouches. Like a little can. You could have some of those too. Man, and then research, man, like First of all, no.
I know I played myself.
Right now, you don't want to be, like you said, you don't want to be doing anything unfamiliar because you're not at that stage. You do want to get to that stage, but right now that's not where you at. And so when I heard it, it's like classic JD. It sounds like,
you know my style.
You know what I mean?
Right,
this sounds like 15 years ago. This cat is just like, well, I'm just going to do it. So I'm just going to put it on 90. Wait, no, you're going to work towards it. No, I'm just going to put it on there.
Yeah, I just put it
like
on 90.
You wilding right now, kid. You got to work up to that. That's some classic JD shit right there where you're just like, nope, I'm going to skip all these steps. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to
just go. You know what I'm saying? My over-ambitious ass.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I want to go right to the 32nd chamber. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't just go right up to the last. Yeah, I just would skip all these other chambers. That's a waste of time.
Right, because ain't the flyest chamber 36? I'm not ready for 36, but what about like 32?
You know what I mean? Like you wildin', right?
Yeah,
exactly. Supposed to work your way through, learn each thing so you're ready for that chamber. So so it's like right now, a good thing for you would be a good track, like you're talking about, a walkway or track or something. It's like, because you just want to get your endurance. Can I go for 2 hours? Can I, Once you master that, then you can start saying, okay, let me go on streets. But then you might want to take a few minutes and use your Google map, and plot out because it's like, even with me, when I go on my bike ride, which is something I forgot. I'm glad you mentioned it. Like, I take out my Google Maps, man. I'm like, okay, where I want to go. This seems like a safe spot. Okay, that seems wild. Okay, mad traffic over there. I don't want that. Oh, there's a bike route there. That's a new one. Okay, I'm gonna take that. I want to get on as many bike routes as possible because I know that's going to be the safest. It's going to be less like crazy shit. I don't have to, go through some construction zone or some shit like that. And so you got to take a few minutes out. People who are listening, like, use your Google Maps or whatever you want to look. Yes, and I actually like to use two. I like to use my Apple and my Google and see what they're both saying, and then try to get the best of the best of the best of both worlds, right? And say, all right, this is what I'm going to take this route. This seems like the safest and best route for what I'm trying to do. And so that's what you need to look at, right? Like maybe less hills, not so much crazy shit, And then, you might want to bring a little fanny pack or whatever with some like Band-Aids and little shit that you need and, little waters and stuff like that, because things do happen and you don't want to get even more infected by like, fuck that shit. I'm going to keep going, son.
I mean, I got to get my Rambo on. You know what I'm saying? Rambo, fuck it.
Sew myself up. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Dude, I don't need no doctors, no antiseptic.
Come on, Alfred.
You know what I mean? Just take some alcohol, spray that on there. Yeah. Sew myself up like I'm in the jungles of Vietnam.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm so glad you had that story, man, because there's a lot to learn from that. Word.
Yeah, it was definitely a life lesson today.
Right. When we get this back, we might break this up step 1, 2s, and 3s on like, this is what you need to do. Later. You know what I mean? But that is like, because I feel like a lot of people do that. When you want to do something, you get so excited about doing it.
You just do it.
And that's where you have folly. That's where things can happen, man. So it's like things can happen anyway.
Bust that ass.
Yeah, things can happen anyway. With all the planning, things that happen. But if you do some planning and you're prepared for the worst that can happen, when things do happen, you're more prepared for it. You have
because I didn't have anything on me. I didn't have any cash. I didn't have a debit card. All I had was like the Google Pay shit. So when I was done, I hit like Dunkin' Donuts and was like, all right, I need something. Let me just get something. And Dunkin' Donuts was a terrible choice, honestly.
Right.
But that's what was right there. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just. And what's crazy is too, like, I was running on a major strip and I was like, I could take the bus home right now at any point. But my pride wouldn't let me. I'm like, I'm not taking the bus.
Yeah.
not
Nah,
taking
I
the
be on
bus.
that
I
too,
just kept
though.
looking at my watch and was like, nah, I'm not taking the bus. Especially once I finally was like, all right, I have to walk. I was like, I'm going to walk home. And at one point, I was like, all right, maybe I need to worry about this hand. Let me just walk to the next bus stop. But when I walk to the next bus stop, I'm like, wait a minute, I know where I'm at. I'm like a mile from my crib. Man, I'm walking this last mile. What I look like taking the bus 1 mile? Come on, son.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just walked.
Man,
Fuck.
it's all good, man. It's all
Yeah,
good.
so-
Man, you learn from that. And then with the whole pizza thing, man, it's like cheat
Oh,
days and all
man.
that are great, but
Yeah, but not if you're gonna do a long run.
on your cheat day is relax day.
Right.
Your cheat day, you don't work out on your cheat day. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Like your cheat day, if you're like, yo, man, like at the end of the week, a lot of people do it. You know, we talked to about, hey, The Rock and his crazy, whatever stuff
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
in. So it's like, yeah, if you're saying to yourself, well, I enjoy pizza, I want to have pizza at least once a week. All right, no problem. But then that's your rest day.
Yeah.
It can't be my cheat day and my workout day. Like you got to make
Right.
it, if you're going to work
Yeah,
out,
it's not a good idea.
you got to eat quote unquote clean. You got to have like good, sources, good foods inside you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But once you say to yourself, oh yeah, man, I'm going to McDonald's, man. That's what I want. I feel like having that. No, okay, cool.
Right.
And then you off for the day. Like you just
Right.
chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to wild out on it, but yeah, that's your off day. Don't eat garbage and then I'm gonna do 13 miles. Like, what are you nuts?
You know what I'm saying? On some Dominoes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm gonna eat this Dominoes, and then in 4 hours, I'm gonna go run a marathon.
I'm gonna go get this deep dish, and then hey, I'm gonna burn it all off because I see people do that, and I've heard that before. People have said that to me, like, yeah, eat this horrible thing and don't even worry about it because you're just gonna, you're gonna burn off in a couple of hours.
Yeah,
no,
but that's not good fuel.
Yeah, it's bad fuel. You know what I'm saying? When you own a car, no matter how great your car is, you keep putting cheap gas in there. And before you know it, you start hearing knocks and pings in the engine and all this. It's like, well, why is that? You keep putting shitty fuel in your car. You went out.
Engine light was definitely
on. You went and bought this $50,000 BMW. Shit is dope, but you keep putting cheap shit in it. Like, no. If you're going to have the fly body, the fly car, whatever, you got to put good fuel in there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now, if you in the pinch, you in some weird ass neighborhood.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Out of gas, and you need to put some cheap gas in there. If you put cheap gas in your car once a month, you're not going to have problems because every other time you're putting good gas in it. Same thing like with your body. If you put garbage in it every now and then, well, if most of the times you got your veggies on point, you got your, for me, like I might have some baked chicken or something, good, clean food. Well, yeah, that one time with the garbage is not going to make that much of a difference, But yeah, my cheat days when I'm like, man, yeah, I really feel like, that's it. I mean, to be honest, like today when I rode my bike, I was like, yo, I'm gonna stop by McDonald's. But I knew once I stopped by McDonald's, that's it for me for the day. I'm not gonna, okay, yeah, once we finish pod, I'm hitting the gym. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm gonna watch. I don't know, it's Thursday. I probably watch some football or something. That's about it. I'm on chill mode for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people got to remember that. And I'm actually glad you like I said, classic J, man. It just reminded me of it's my dude. Yeah. He's still 20. He's still 21. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a youngin' at heart.
Right,
you know
right. Yeah, he's still that 17-year-old kid.
You know
I don't know.
Right. That's my style, son.
You know what I mean? Right. That's what I always liked about you. I'm like, this kid. You know what I mean?
I'm just like, what niggas is doing? Oh, that's what we doing? That's what we doing.
It's like, yo, what we gonna do, Anakin? We're gonna park right there. Where down there? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hold on.
You just gonna jump down there? No, just gonna jump out of the speeder because you see this guy. You nuts? What's wrong with this dude?
I almost had him that time, man.
I like this dude, though. You don't even
nigga, like, you have to be more mindful, Anakin. Yes, master.
Yeah.
And
you
right. Can't using your lightsaber, Anakin.
Again.
Yes, master.
Man, you're right, though.
I'm sorry, master.
He's like, yo, Obi-Wan's gonna kill me when he finds out about this. Yeah, you bugging. Like, what's going on? So yeah, man. Like, I love it. I love it. I love the honesty, and I love how you're learning in real time. Like, this is happening, and in your brain, you're just like, yeah, I should have not done this. But that's how we learn sometimes, man. Sometimes we gotta learn the hard way. You know, I've done it plenty of times.
LOX, living off experience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the title for this episode.
Yeah. LOX.